Good afternoon. Live at One Sports begins right now. I'm Bernard Ndong. The national women's volleyball team, the Malkia Strikers, arrived back in the country yesterday evening to a warm reception after a stellar show at the FIVB Volleyball Grand Prix in Australia. Kenya won Group 3 to earn promotion to Group 2 after beating Peru in the final in Australia. The Strikers turned the South Americans by 3-1 in a scintillating final to become the first African team to win gold. Kenya's next assignment will be the African Games that will be taking place in Congo from September.
Wakati tulitoka hapa tulikuwa nasema nataka tuwe kwa 4 bora, lakini pale tulipofuzu kwenda Australia kwa 4 bora tukakaa chini kama timu tukasema lazima tushinde. Sasa tuko na nafasi, tukaachana mambo ya 4 bora, tukasema we are going for it.
In level 2 there are big teams, tough teams, but all in all we are up to the task.
Arsenal forward Alexis Sanchez will miss the start of the English Premier League season and is likely to miss the Community Shield. The 26-year-old scored 25 goals for the Gunners last season as Arsene Wenger's side finished third in the Premier League and added a stunning goal as they won the FA Cup. The Gunners open their Premier League campaign against West Ham on the 9th of next month. And if the Chilean is not match fit, he will also miss the games against Crystal Palace in Liverpool. Manchester City have signed Liverpool and England forward Raheem Sterling for a fee that could reach £49 million. That's around 7.3 billion Kenya shillings. City will pay an initial amount of £44 million. That's around 6 billion Kenya shillings for the 20-year-old Sterling, and who had asked to leave Anfield. Of course, you do know that, and was the subject of 2 bids from City in June, both of which were rejected. Sterling, who is only behind Gareth Bale on the list of the most expensive British players, will wear the number 7 shirt. Arsenal midfielder Jack Wilshere is anxious for the new season to start. The 23-year-old was on top form at the end of the last campaign as Arsenal successfully defended the FA Cup by beating Aston Villa by 4-0 in the final and scoring twice for England in their 3-2 win away to Slovenia in the Euro 2016 qualifying.
Available to buy on Puma.com/Arsenal.
This season, do you feel at home at Arsenal?
When you win your first trophy, it makes you hungry for more. To add another one straight away, we've got another one coming up with a Community Shield. Just we want to win that, and hopefully we can win the Premier League as well.
AC Milan played their second friendly of the off-season against Legnano at Solbiate and beat them by 5-1. It was Legnano who opened the scoring after 9 minutes with David Danelli scoring past goalkeeper Diego Lopez. That advantage continued for most of the first half before Milan, which had dominated play, scored the equalizer when Andrea Poli tapped in from a corner kick. 3 minutes later, Milan went ahead when Alex headed home their second from a corner kick. Hachi Mastur scored Milan's third a minute later. The club plays the third friendly against Ligue 1 side Lyon in France this coming Saturday. Away from the beautiful game, overall leader Chris Froome won the 10th stage at the Tour de France, outclassing his rivals. The 2013 champion produced a brutal acceleration with just over 6 kilometers left in the final ascent after his Team Sky lieutenants had prevented attacks by setting a quick pace. In the first part of the 15.3 kilometers climb, only Colombian Nairo Quintana was still with Froome, who was also alongside teammate Richie Port of Australia. Movistar rider Quintana could not follow, and he finished the 167-kilometer trek from Tarbes in third place. That's a minute and 4 seconds behind the Briton. You know, what's interesting, Janet, is the fact that the amount of figures that are bandied around as far as English football transfers are concerned. You can imagine a player being transferred for 7 billion Kenya shillings.
How do you comprehend that?
I can't be able to fathom it. It's quite a significant amount of money.
We're in the wrong profession.
Should be footballers.
Yes. we just saw the Women's World Cup.
Yes,
we saw how much, you know.
I think it'd be a defender.
Really?
Yes, you should be.
I don't know whether you're messing with me or being but I'll take it.
A defender.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. I'm Janet Mogwandishu. Thank you so much for watching Citizen Live at 1. Have a good day.
Indeed, I'm Bernard. And don't remember later on Wana Sport, we'll be giving an update as far as the UAP Ndakaini Marathon is concerned. Of course, we'll have that update for you then.